in the Hamptons. And Rihanna and I slept together.
What's up, y'all? It's Brian Keith, and I'm back with another video. Today, we're going to be talking about the Real Housewives of Miami, and I got some questions. This is the reunion part 1, right? And there's some things that had happened that, 1, I wasn't kind of shocked about. 2, I was just like, girl, like, don't let them play you. And 3, Andy, we won't have to talk. But like, comment, subscribe, let's get into the video.
Yeah, let me check my shit real quick. Hotter than the fire coming out my flaming lips. You wanna play with me? You can't play in me. On the playground, bitch, you can't play with me. Got it, want it, securing the bag.
All right, so the episode also, you know, we see all the girls come in. They do like, hey girl, what's up, girl? Yes, girl, we in New York, girl, what's up? You know, they do all that. You know, they get ready, seeing Andy. He doing his pretty little talks and everything like that. They're talking about, girl, we're gonna take this bitch down. Like, I'm gonna set the record straight. You know how they be doing. Andy, let's start with you. Going to the girls, speaking like, hola, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, ¿qué tal?
Muy bien, ¿y tú?
Me gusta la naranja.
¿Te gusta? Amarillo.
Amarillo.
Ay, me la
Y la azul.
I don't know. I just feel like Andy, he clearly got his favorites with Alexia and Marisol. And for me, I'm just like, it's kind of irritating. I'm just like, I'm not saying that Andy is biased, and I'm not saying that Andy, you know, those things, but there's parts in this reunion that I felt like, I don't give a fuck what happened. I'm telling you what happened to me. I don't have to forgive no bitch that violated me. But we're gonna get to it. So, you know, the reunion starts with Alexia talking about her situation with Todd. She said, you know, we're not talking together. We're not nothing. We're solo, dolo, divorce, boom. I got him blocked on everything. So it's happy to see that, you know, she has moved on and turned the page. She still said that, you know, I got my last name Napola. So, you know, my last name is just my last name. But she took it off of Instagram. You know, a lot of you block somebody from Instagram. You unfollow somebody from Instagram. You over here taking out your close friend stories, girl. It's a problem. So, I mean, hopefully these are the steps in the right direction. My whole thing with Alexia now going to this next season, what else do you got to talk about? I feel like when it comes to Alexia and Marisol, they really have nothing to talk about.
I am, but not that it matters, but on social media, I removed the Nicola. It's just Alexia.
yeah.
I never really identified with that last name.
No shade. I feel like even with Lisa, she at least is, you know, trying to get proposed to. So, I mean, there's a talking point. I think right now with Alexia, like, what's she going to do? Be Giselle and just like, oh, girl, I'm going on dates. I'm like, we've seen it. It's over and done. I really want to talk about this whole drink toss situation. That was the bulk of, you know, this reunion. And for me, I feel like I understand Gertie's POV. And I'm happy that they showed some behind the scenes stuff. Cause I'm just like, okay, it gave me clarity with the other women, right?
I mean, looking back and reliving this and rewatching this, I wish I would have said something.
So my whole thing is this, though. If the other women, quote unquote, defended Gertie in the moment, why would the producers not show that? Is it to, you know, sensationalize the episodes, the season? Is it to, you know, get on the viewers' side? Because they were just like, after the whole drink toss, Alexia was saying like, you know, Gertie, I apologize. She was like, I understand that I should have did more, and you know, I really look back on that. I feel like, you know, that wasn't I wish I didn't sit idle by and be a bystander and just not do anything or say enough. So if you feel some type of way about that and me not doing enough, I apologize. And I'm just like, you know what? I could accept that, because in the moment you're so wrapped up in someone else's beef. You have cameras, you have so many different things going on, where I can see how it's just like, okay, let me just stay out of it and do my thing.
We didn't like what happened. Clearly, we all said, I'm like, I don't like what's happening. However, sometimes when you're sitting there, you didn't do anything when Adriana threw a whole glass at me, Gertie.
They're talking about the whole drink toss thing. And Gertie was just like, okay, what apology are you giving? She was like, you know what? I came here to listen, and that's going to be that. My whole thing with Gertie is just like, sometimes you say certain things, but you didn't do exactly what you're saying you came here to listen, but you're actually interrupting and interjecting. All the women are doing it, but I'm just like, with Gertie, it's just like, you're setting the boundary of like, I'm coming here to do this. So all the ladies are trying to give their POV about how they feel, and they're just like, okay, you know, Gertie's telling them, you know, water was thrown in my face, liquid was thrown in my face, and you guys didn't do anything. Y'all didn't reprimand her. Y'all didn't do anything, and I understand that. We see like a sneak peek or behind the scenes or unaired footage, and we see like the girl saying, "Oh yeah, water toss it is never the answer. That's what we should not do. We should not do that." Blah 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 blah.
I don't like this. I don't like this. I feel like we can't throw drinks. I don't think we can't do that.
Thank you, Larsa.
But more happened than the water toss.
Like Julia following Gertie after Gertie removed herself from the table, Julia following her, putting herself in her face at the table, Julia pointing her finger in her face, being very aggressive. So besides the water toss, there's more things that had happened.
Andy wants to then say, well, she just gave you like, this is what your Julia's 6th apology.
Okay,
Yeah.
so she apologized.
I heard-
She's apologized to you, I think, maybe 5 times on.
And Julia's just like, she's like, Gertie, this is my 6th time apologizing. I don't give a fuck. And if it was me, like, y'all know the situation that happened with my car. Somebody busted my car and we went to court. He was like, oh, I apologize. My whole thing is, I don't give a fuck about the apology. It's the change behavior, 1, and 2. Who has to deal with the trauma afterwards? Who has to deal with all the things afterwards? Me. So if I haven't got over it, I haven't got over it. Like, you can't tell me that, okay, well, when Andy's like, well, it's her 6th time apologizing, like, where do we go? You're not about to tell me how I should feel. So if Gertie feels some type of way about Julia, she can feel some type of way about Julia.
The premiere party where you say, you know what, something big happened between me and Gertie, but I want to see us move forward.
Okay, so we're here now.
Today, I'm not
So where do we go
Where are you?
tonight?
Where are you?
If rewatching the show made her feel some type of way, it made her feel some type of way. But Gertie, let's talk. Here's the thing, Gertie. I said it all season. I was with you when I was with you. The text messages, I was with you. Blaster on the mic, I was with you. All that, I was with you. The part I was not with you was when y'all reconciled, fell out again, then re-reconcile. And then we see post the show that y'all fell out again because you're watching the show. My whole thing is, if you did not feel 100% cool with it, that you can drop it and be done, then you should never kissed and made up. Literally. I just thought that was fucking crazy. I'm just like, Gertie girl, like, it's gonna make you look, it's gonna make you look crazy.
You never acknowledged on your press that you were in a good place with Julia.
My whole thing with Julia, there's no excuse for what you did, and this is the 3rd time. And for Gertie, I get her point. Her point was, y'all want to go behind closed doors and be like, oh, Julia, don't do that to Gertie. But Gertie's saying, y'all will reprimand everybody else in front of us, but you won't reprimand this bitch in front of us. After she over here crashed out at Alexia and crashed out at Marisol and Nicole's party, and then now this.
I'm so happy that you guys behind the scenes, shh, don't throw the water. What would have been great? Hey, ladies, we need to have a discussion.
It's a pattern of behavior that keeps happening. Why? Because she's trying to be relevant and have a moment. We see Marisol, because Gertie was just like, yeah, you guys don't really reprimand her. Marisol was like, I took her to the bathroom, I said this and that third, blah, blah, blah. But then here's the thing. They're like, well, you didn't do anything about when they threw stuff at us. What about when Adriana threw something at motherfucking Marisol? Or what about when Adriana threw something at me, talking about Larsa? And my whole thing with Larsa is like, babes, that you're trying to use another situation to then devalue how I'm feeling.
There's a history in this group, and there's a pattern of people throwing objects or things and not liking it. But when it happens to you, that's when you get upset.
Andy asked the question with the drink throw. How do you feel about it? And then I tell you how I feel, and then you say, oh, well, y'all didn't do nothing about when the drink got thrown at me. Bitch, you didn't do nothing when the drink got thrown at you. You brushed it off. Marisol, you didn't do nothing when the motherfucking thing got thrown at you. You brushed it off. So my whole thing is this, like, if she felt some type of way about having some drink thrown in her face, what the fuck? So Kiki speaks something. She's just saying, like, you know what? Me and Gertie right now, we're having like a rough patch. And she was like, I feel some type of way because she like, as a friend, I did what I would want a friend to do for me.
I'm being called racist. I'm getting all sort of threats.
Racist about what?
But about me not supporting you as
You're racist?
I try to remove her from the situation. I try to get her out, and she didn't want to leave, so I left. And my whole thing with Kiki, totally agree with that. 100% made sense. Kiki's a friend to everybody, and I love that. But in that situation, she then brings up, you know, people are calling me racist, people call me this, they're calling me that, and I don't like the route that they're going, because they're trying to make it seem like Gertie made the viewers bash Kiki or calling her racist, and Julia talking about, oh, they're talking about me, they're talking about my kids. The reason why people made mention of your kids, nobody talked, from my POV, I haven't seen no tweets or whatever about her, people talking about her motherfucking kids, like, but nobody made, the only thing people made mention was the fact that you disrespected a black woman, y'all voted for fucking Trump, y'all do all these things, Martina doesn't agree with surrogacy, but y'all adopt 2 black kids. It doesn't make sense. Something in the buttermilk ain't motherfucking clean, bitch.
My children, my little boys were under attack. Yeah. And then to add to this, recently.
So please explain it to me. Explain it to the fans. Like, how does these things make sense? And when Andy brings up the whole thing with Martina and the surrogacy, oh, I don't agree with it 100%. Yeah, you're gonna say that now, ma'am. You're gonna say that now. But did you say that when the shit dropped beforehand? What about when Martina was over here commentating for tennis and she made that comment, made mention to that comment? So what about that? You agree with that? No? So it's just like, Julia's like, girl, nobody's attacking your kids. Like, girl, those are innocent children. We never will go there. They're trying to figure out the choice that you made. But with Julia, girl, you're a fraud, fake ass bitch, and we don't fuck with you. You're done. Sorry. I can't. My whole thing is like, you're trying to apologize, as you say, for the 6th time. I don't see accountability, because to be honest, if I feel like the only reason she's apologized is because of the backlash, because this is the 3rd time that she has done this, and this is a pattern of behavior that she has gotten away with.
You apologizing maybe for the 6 times.
Here we are. Where do you go with this, Gertie?
If Gertie would have done that, the outcome would have been way different than when Julia did it. If Gertie would have did what Julia did, I'm trying to tell you, she would have been every bit of ghetto bitch that y'all would have said. That's what y'all would have said. You started beef with me about something for no reason. We all saw the whole situation with her beef, and she asked her, like, what was the reason that you started with me? And then Julia, like, we're trying to move past that, Gertie. No. Answer the fucking question. What was the reason for you starting with me? Because you started with me. In this moment, my whole thing with Gertie is the fact that you're not clearly explaining yourself, saying you started with me for a storyline to make yourself do all this. I have all the text messages. The facts that they didn't read the text messages. They didn't care about the text messages. And like I was thinking about Andy, like, Andy, did you ask any of these women, did y'all read the text messages? They're like, oh no, because it's so disgusting. Well, bitch, then don't over here act like you understand my side.
What did the text messages prove?
No one wanted to listen.
What did they prove?
What did they prove?
It proves everything, but they don't read, Andy. They don't read.
For Andy, what the text messages proved was Julia's initial beef with Gertie was about the cruise, and saying that, you know, she was being inconsiderate on the cruise, this and the third. Gertie showed that Julia was being high-sedity, being standoffish. She invited her, but then had separate seating, was very, you know, you invited me to support you, but now we're distant. So that was the whole beef. But then it was a situation of, oh, trying to get on the Zoom call. She tried to get the link. Julia ignored her. And it made a bigger thing. That's what the fuck the text messages motherfucker prove.
You don't understand my side at all. Yo, two things happened we all saw. When they might have reprimanded or they might have whatever at motherfucking Julia at the wedding thing, but they all sat there, they all stayed, they all enjoyed in Kiki. But then when Gertie did her thing, they all in unison walked the fuck out. And Stephanie, you walked out too, thinking that you were gonna be one of the girls and end up being on the chopping block every fucking time. Delusional. Like I said, after this, like, you have to shake this shit up. You have to, because it's and to be honest, I don't know if Gertie fits in this group anymore. And I hate to say it, like, Gertie's my girl. I would love to see her still on the show. I just don't know if she fits this group. This group needs to be shaken up. Julia cannot come back. She cannot come back. Her, Martina, the views that they have, absolutely not. That's your wife. You support your wife. You share the views that she has.
that surrogacy is wrong. Sometimes you can't have it all. I wonder because both Logan and Elle were born via surrogacy.
You're married to her. You picked her. That's your girl. I will vote. Vote.
Okay, my girl, please.
Yes, Mayor.
So Adriana was basically trying to tell Gertie, because I feel like Adriana was on the outside looking in. Yeah, peeping Tom. But Adriana was over here trying to tell Gertie, like, girl, you know, calm down, like, get your point across, talk about this. And Gertie's like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Like, They go to a commercial break, and you know, Gertie's like, look, I understand you probably heat at me, you probably mad, but girl, like, I'm always trying to just get this out and just like, you know, I got it, I can handle it. And then she's like, girl, I'm not heated, I'm just trying to help you, girl. Like, it's nothing like that. Like, you know, we good.
I was trying to help you. Nobody cares about the cruise anymore. We did good. I promise you. You don't get it now.
No, we talk about Lisa basically talking about she's not married anymore, but then she's trying to get engaged. Girl, we'll see what happens. They talk about her being late, and I'm like, Lisa, at some point that's a character flaw. We gotta fix that, because you can't be so scatterbrained and vapid, just like, oh, well, you know, I had so many things going on. Girl, these are all $1 million women. Like, we all got shit going on. Like, what are we doing? Like, please. So here's the thing. Gertie's part would have put her on my thumbnail. Damn. But Adriana and Julia gagged me, bitch. So we gotta talk about that. So this is a classic case of, I was your close friend and I felt betrayed by you. Adriana's like, I brought you into this group and I feel like you're picking a side. And you should, the way that Marisol and Alexia ride for each other, that's how you should ride for me. But you don't do that. And I felt like that too. You know, when it comes to my friendships in my life, I always tell my friends, it's like, I'm a very loyal friend. I'm gonna be loyal to you regardless. I didn't go to parties because of one friend that I made in DC. She didn't want to go and she felt some type of way about people. So I was like, I'm not gonna go too. Like, girl, I'm just a loyal friend.
Form herself, and she took a dive on the dark side, and I couldn't even recognize her anymore.
But it just comes to the point in time where you have to make decisions on your own for you. And if Julia felt like Adriana's moving in a way that I just don't like, then she should have vocalized that and said that. This season, I saw a lot of Julia talking in the motherfucking confessionals. She didn't say a lot to old girl's face. But the way that she was moving, the way that the people that she comforted, when Adriana acted out, she'll go over here. And I feel like it does have something to do with someone being a housewife and someone being a friend. One thing about it I want to say is I love the fact that they put all the friends and housewives on the stage together as equals, as like, because this cast is one of the only casts that I feel like everyone carries their own weight as a full-time member of the show. I feel like everybody should be paid very well. So I do like that. But they get into the nuances of that last party, and she feel like, you know, you're jealous of the fact that of my music, and you got mad because I didn't go to your opera thing. And Adriana, like, you have to realize that as a friend, you could be very volatile if you're upset and angry
Anymore.
Okay.
So I'm like, yes, there is something underneath that. It's
You love to
changing
blame me
her,
for
or
everything. Take responsibility
maybe
for your own
enabling her to.
It's like you could have at least came to her in a sense of like, you know, I understand, I apologize, but it was already too far gone. You didn't apologize, none of that. You're just like, girl, I got to up in my party, I'm touring, boo boo. You're jealous. Don't let me go there. And we're gonna get to that. So it seemed like Adriana was weaponizing something, this thing so much, like, oh, you don't want me to go there. If you want me to go there, we can go there. Well, Julia took it from her. So I guess Julia felt like Adriana had been weaponizing or blackmailing or, you know, holding this thing over her head. And at the end of the episode, she was just like, me and Adriana slept together in the Hamptons.
In the Hamptons, Adriana and I slept together.
Girl, gag, face crack. I was like, what do y'all mean? Like, who ate who? If it's true, it's not really a shock. They've been very flirty. We saw how they were season 4. It gave very much, yeah, we're eating each other's pussies down. If it was something recent, I don't really see it. But if it was season 4, yeah, they were eating pussy. Yeah, yep. Ate her up, girl. Ate her up, girl. Ate her up. But what do you guys think? Like, I think Miami is one of those. It's in my top 4 out of what, 8 franchises now. It's in my top 4. But this season it hit hard, but then it just fizzled out for me. So we'll see. But y'all, let me know what you guys think. Y'all team Gertie, y'all team Julia. We don't know. But like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Brian Keith, LG, Black Butte. Bet you didn't know we the Holy Trinity. Now let a guy stop a jolly, break your head here. Step into the room and get up in the bed. It tastes sweet, that's cause I'm good. It tastes sour cause I'm better than the hood. Cause I get you hyper when I'm running all around, cause I excite you. Let me talk real quick. You can't even get with the shit. You wanna go toe to toe with my flow? This African all I really ask you for. Now I got to go. Got, bye-bye.